I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the...
Welcome back, everybody, to M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. It's the Ravens in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in the first quarter. And they'll send Jeudy in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Open man. He completes it to Jeudy. And a gain of 5. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard down. Again, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from 21 yards away. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced
winner air. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Jackson now. Loose inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 63 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Miami set to take over. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They go play action here on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After one, a 14-3 ball game. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. This is 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A first down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he is caught and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was onto it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, it's Palmer. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, he'll drop to throw. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make
zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Fighting through, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They go play action now. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away. And he's taken down inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun, Jackson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Tucker's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That's complete to Palmer. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They go play action with Jackson.
Trying to talk to you.
Oh, and that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, yo, Perch.
Jackson.
Why are you Perch?
Dancing to his left.
You talking about me?
The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll have this pass
You talking about me?
prior to going out of bounds. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual-threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
I am saying such and such, and they ain't going to touch me.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. The solid. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jackson now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Devontae Wyatt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. 1st down Miami as they get set drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. In motion, Hill. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jonathan Allen in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Complete. It's Henry. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Was in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And this complete to Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Jackson. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Henry up the middle. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 14-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's again complete to Palmer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
To Antonio Gibson. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Now back to throw. Washington's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Miami set to take over. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here's 2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Into space at the 45.
And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
George Karlaftis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
So easy.
A shotgun handoff to Henry.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Henry. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain and it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Again, it's Henry.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Sometimes I picked up for that shit. He made